This is higher homework. It's practice paper B and we're looking at question 5 in the calculator paper. Okay, we've got two functions. F and G are defined on a set of real numbers by these functions here where k does not equal 0. Find f of g of x and g of f of x. So let's go ahead and do that. Right, a composite functions question. So the first part what we'll go for is f g of x. Right, so what we'll substitute in first of all is the g of x function, which is this one here. So let's go for that, minus 2k. Okay, and what I can then do is substitute this function here into where I see x there. So that's what I'm doing, all of that going in there. So what I've got is I've got 2 times x squared minus 2k, and behind that I've got a plus k there. Okay. What I can do is I can multiply this out and then just gather it all up, okay? So I'll go for 2x squared minus 4k plus k, so what I should get resulting from that will be 2x squared minus 3k. So that's the first one done. Let's look at part 2 and let's work out the g of f of x. What I'll do is just the opposite of what I've done up here basically, but I'll put the f function in here. So the function is 2x plus k. And then when I substitute that into the g of x function, I'm going to substitute it in there and I'm going to have to square all of that. I'm going to square that bracket. Okay, so I've got 2x plus k. I'm going to square it, take away 2k, and that's where I'm getting this from here. So let's multiply this bracket out first of all. So that'll give me 4x squared plus, and that's going to be 2k, 4xk or kx, I'll go for that, and I'll have plus k squared minus 2k there. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just gather that all up again, if I can gather anything together. So let's see, nope, that's going to do it. So that's it complete there, so that'll be fine. Right, so that's going to be my 3 marks that are gained there already. So let's go for part B. So find the values of k for which g of f of x, f of g of x is equal to g of f of x, and it has equal roots. Okay. So for equal roots, I'm thinking about a discriminant type question here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them equal to each other, set them equal to 0, and then from there try to work through a discriminant type question from there. So that's the idea. So let's start with what we're trying to show, and that's going to be g of f of x. Okay, and I'll just substitute what I've worked out into here. So I've got 2x squared plus, nope, sorry, it's a minus 3k. That's a minus there, and that equals 4x squared plus 4kx plus k squared, and I've got minus 2k, so that's all of that just substituted on the right hand side, that on the left. What I'll do is I'll gather everything to the right hand side, because I'll leave them with positives, so I'll get a 0 on this side. That I've got 4x squared there, bringing the 2x over will leave me with 2x squared plus 4kx. From there I've got plus k squared, and if I bring that 3 over, it'll become a positive at that side, so it'll be plus k there. So that's me got that set up. From there, what I can see is that my values for my discriminant, I can see that a is equal to 2, b is equal to 4k, okay, so and c is going to be equal to k squared plus k. So that's what my c value is going to be. So I know that for equal roots, I know that b squared minus 4ac is going to be equal to 0. So let's substitute values in and see how we get on from there. So that's going to be 4k squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, and c, which is going to be k squared plus k. And I know that that all must equal 0 for equal roots. Right, so what we can do then is we can just square that out and multiply all the brackets out. So that's going to give me 16k squared here. That's going to be minus 8, and that's going to be k squared, and I've got minus, and that's going to be 8k, and that equals 0 from there. Right, what I can do is I can gather these ones up, so let's just go up to here. So that's going to give me 8k squared minus 8k equals 0. What I can do is I can take a common factor of 8k out, just as a common factor, so 8k, and that's going to leave me with a k minus 1 here, which equals 0. So at this side here, it looks like k equals 0, or k equals, and that would be a 1 coming from there. Okay, so I know that this is not a solution, and the reason I know that is that it says where k does not equal 0. I'll just say, since k does not equal 0, so it looks like my solution is, that's the only solution. So k equals 1. So this here is out of 8 marks, and let's have a look and see where we're going to get the marks for this question. Right, so let's see. So I'm going to go for 1 mark for getting both that bit there and that bit there. So that's going to be 1 mark for getting the 2 of these. I'll get 1 mark for getting to there, and another mark for getting to there. Okay, so that's the 3 marks for part A. I've got 5 marks for part B. So the first thing I'm going to go for is setting the 2 of these equal to each other. I'll then get a mark for gathering it all together into that form there. I'll go for 1 mark for stating that for equal roots b squared minus 4ac equals 0. 1 mark for getting to here, okay, and finally 1 mark for this part here. So that's going to be the 5 marks. If you leave k equals 0 as a solution, then the last mark will not be gained there.